Everybody ready back there? Everything's on? Okay, let's go ahead and get started with an opening statement, Coach.
I just want to credit Texas women's for an amazing basketball game. They played an awesome game. They're incredibly talented, incredibly well coached. They did an awesome job of getting really high quality shots and getting to the free throw line. You know, I felt like we played good spurts in this basketball game, but we didn't play a good enough 40 minutes to be on the better end of it. You know, they shot the ball really well and took advantage of some times that, you know, especially that second quarter, we did not shoot the ball very well. They were able to open up a gap, and then I knew we'd give them a run, and we absolutely gave them some runs, but we were never able to get it down quite tight enough to where they got nervous. So just want to credit them for doing an awesome job and moving on to the championship game. And I'll talk about these two maybe a little bit more after they're out of here, because it's going to be an emotional time for me, an emotional time for them. You know, our radio announcer, Rob, I'm looking at you right now, started cheering up a little bit in the radio interview, and I lost it. So, but these kids mean the world to me. So really happy we got to coach them. We're really going to try to smile a little bit more than anything else up here, but just really proud of my kids, really proud of the team, the way they represented Ferris. So couldn't be more proud.
Thank you. Questions for the players now?
Either one of you can answer first, and both of you can answer. But you just heard Coach. You know, you guys mean a lot to him. First Final Four for you guys. You guys are seniors. Just what does it mean to not only get Ferris to this point, but to play under Coach?
It's obviously huge for the program, and I think speaking for the both of us, we're proud that we can be a part of the team that, you know, led this program to where it's at right now. You know, the first Final Four that this program has seen, it's pretty amazing. So it's definitely bittersweet because, you know, we're proud of this team, proud of coaches for leading us the way here, but obviously not the way that we wanted it to turn out.
Yeah, obviously we hope to do more, hopefully to get to the win, but this program is just getting rolling. So we're happy that we could be a part of starting it and hopefully creating a legacy and starting something new and making this a new standard. But I'm very grateful, and I'm so blessed to be with such a great group of women, and then of course led by our leader right here with Kurt, and he took this program to where it hasn't been before, and they'll be back. So I'm very grateful.
For both of you, once the dust settles from tonight and you look back on this season, is there a moment that comes out to you right now that you think years down the line you're going to look at and say, that was the moment I knew this team was special?
Yeah, honestly, the moment I knew this team was special was probably in the very beginning of the year. It had nothing to do with on the court. How we connect off the court is something I'll cherish the rest of my life. So these girls, don't get me wrong, we are great basketball players, but these are the girls I expect to be in my wedding. They're the girls I plan to call my happy days, my sad days, whatever it is, and that's when you know a team is really special. So I am so grateful to be a part of something so much bigger than myself and so much bigger than a game, and I will always cherish this year. I will look down the line as many years down from now and think like that was the best year of my life.
Yeah, I would agree. There was no like special moment where, you know, like it clicked. Everything happens behind the scenes. It's all the work that, you know, we put in together, bringing along in the gym. Like Mel said, just super close outside of basketball, and you know, chemistry really shows on the court. And so, yeah, I would agree. I'm just very proud of the girls and just blessed to be with them. This has been like the closest team that I've ever been a part of, and obviously it's translated for us to, you know, stay together and unite and, you know, get some of these wins that we have.
Anyone else? Okay. Hey, thank you, and congratulations on a great season this year. We're going to talk to Coach for a little bit, but thank you for your time.
No, thank you.
Hydrate.
No more adrenaline.
Yeah, adrenaline's wearing off. I'll take them when we leave. Thank you. Yeah, if you can you can take them now. Leave mine for a moment.
Okay. Questions for Coach?
Coach, do you want to start with the emotional question first, or you want to wait?
You can try to hit me. I'm going to do my best.
All right. Just as you mentioned in your opening statement, not only do the seniors mean everything to you, but this whole team does. Just getting your seniors the chance to play in a Final Four, obviously, as they mentioned, you wanted more, but just giving them that opportunity and what they've done for you, just talk about not only your senior class, but the team as a whole this year.
Well, like they talked, the chemistry and the way that they bought into each other, that's something you don't always see. You know, I've been fortunate to coach some teams that have won a lot of games. I've coached some teams that won a lot of games that didn't have that kind of chemistry. You know, that it was kind of a season where you're just like, okay, you're not really looking forward to getting to practice every single day. And this team, like, you look forward to just seeing them every day. You just got to walk down to the gym and see the ball bouncing. You know, that's probably what you're going to miss the most is, like, it's March 27th and we're still playing a basketball game, and we are as energized as ever. You know, that's a sign of a group that really likes to be around each other, that brings out the best in each other. You know, I really feel like, you know, they can make me a better coach, you know, because I can keep putting more and more on their plate. I have to keep challenging them constantly. You know, it keeps raising our standards. You know, in practice, our shooting standard is one thing, and I'm like, okay, they're getting that again and again. I'm like, okay, you got to get 50 now. And they just keep meeting that standard. So it's been so much fun to coach kids that want to be pushed, that want to be coached hard, you know, and that they just have great character as well. So that's something that, you know, the fans here in this building get to see how hard they play and how tight they are, but you don't get to see the character behind the scenes. And that's probably where I'd get a little more emotional, is just seeing them with my kids, you know, seeing them seeing them be great young women. We talked about, you know, this chapter's closed, but now the alumni chapter begins, and that's the longest chapter. You know, this is, you know, they had a couple years as recruits, a couple years as committed players, 4 years, but now the longest chapter starts, that alumni chapter. And yeah, it's bittersweet right now, but that alumni chapter is going to go on and on and on, because this is the type of team that, you know, this is the type of team that does reunions. You know, you make that first Final Four, you're going to see each other for the rest of your life. It's okay. There were good questions.
Hey, Kurt, just getting back to the game, you know, early it kind of went from a little bit of trading baskets to that cold snap there in the second quarter. It seemed like you were getting looks, quick release there from long range. What kind of led to that? Was it something Texas Women's was doing? Was it frustration mounting? I guess, how do you characterize that cold snap in the second?
You know, you kind of hit it on the head. There are a lot of shots that we like. You know, it's a lot of the shots that we work to get. You know, we're trying to go a little bit inside, outside, and we didn't have as much of the inside today. All right, so the inside might have made it a little bit tougher, all right, on our rhythm to get some of those shots to fall. But there's still shots and kids taking them that, you know, that sometimes is basketball, where, you know, you got one team that's got the open looks and they step up in that moment and knock it down. And, you know, we definitely had the opportunity. You know, definitely had the opportunity to knock those down. And if we knock those down, or maybe just keep that game a little bit tighter, we knew we were going to make that run. But then when we made our runs, it was never enough to make them nervous. So you can't really have a cold stretch in the Final Four against a quality opponent that was getting to the free throw line as much as they were getting to the free throw line. You know, they were scoring super efficiently, and it just was too much for us to overcome.
When you talked about spurts, and you got it to within 8 there in the third quarter, but fouls kind of mounted there a little bit late, how much did foul trouble kind of make it more difficult in a comeback effort?
It made it difficult, I'm not gonna lie, just because they're scoring in that efficient manner. You know, we're not forcing them to take, you know, long twos or tough threes or like nervous type shots. You know, they played very, very aggressive, you know, and the aggressive team usually gets to the free throw line. So the aggressive team drew 22 fouls. And we were hoping to be aggressive, and we were trying to attack the basket. We were only able to draw 8 of those fouls. So, and we can score at the free throw line with the clock stopped, and they're a high percentage shooting team. You know, 20 for 21, that's getting the job done. So they played the game the way the game had to be played. You know, they get to the free throw line a lot during the year, so it's not just in this game. And we tried to throw some traps at them, some presses, try to speed them up. We forced quite a few more turnovers in that second half than we did the first half, but we knew that it was going to have to be a lot more of that and knocking down some shots, because we were never able to quite close that gap.
Okay, Coach, thank you. I think that's going to do it. Congratulations on a great season.
Awesome. Thank you guys so
Thank
much
you.
for being wonderful hosts. We really enjoyed being here. So hopefully you guys got to learn a little bit what Ferris State basketball is about. So thank you guys so much.